So I'm going to say an item and you have to run, go get it. And whoever comes back first with their item gets a point.
Okay.
You've got to be ready to move. Some of them you have to be creative, but you can't leave. Okay, guys, I love this. Maddie's got ambition. So you guys, so as you can't go until I say go. When I say go, you can go get your item. Ready? Go get your favorite Christmas gift. Go. Favorite Christmas gift. Go.
I put it on.
I don't know what it is.
I put it on. I put it on. Yeah.
The bike. It's outside. I can't bring it in.
It's my jumper.
Oh gosh, what is Maddie
It's
getting?
impossible.
What about you, Constance? Go get your.
Yeah, I've got
She
it
did.
on me.
Oh, you
She
got
did.
it on you.
She
Yeah.
got a point because she got hers first.
I'm not bad.
Maddie. Wait, what did you? Maddie, what did you get?
It's at the bottom of this bag. Wait, it's just Christmas pasta. But that's.
It's
What's your
what?
favorite gift?
I'm gonna find it and show you guys. Wait.
Okay.
Christmas pasta.
This is the Christmas pasta.
Yummy. Awesome. I should come to your house to try some. Maddie.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ready? You ready for the next one? Go get a star. Go.
Star.
A star.
Ooh. Oh gosh, that was so
Oh,
fast,
yeah.
Naomi.
Naomi was super fast.
How do you have a star like that?
I'm stepping out. I don't know where the flipping star. Don't know where. I can't find one. There isn't a star anywhere.
Oh dear.
I can't find
Okay.
a star. It's so complicated.
It is. Well, Naomi was at lightning speed, so she got hers first. Okay. This one, you're going to have to think. Go get a baby item. Go. A baby item.
item. I'm gonna check which is the very
It's going to be difficult because none of you guys you don't have babies in your houses.
quite small.
This is hilarious.
That
Oh my gosh.
What do you
What?
have? What is
it's a small.
Oh, why do you have
Pacifier.
that, Maddie?
Because once I bought it with a friend because he thought it was really funny to buy them.
That thing for girl guiding. That thing for girl guiding. Yeah, that small item.
For a
I can
baby,
wear it
Constance?
to church. Yeah.
Is it for a
When
baby?
I did Rangers in the past, before I signed up for youth group, I did Rangers with Helen Sprackett.
What, Constance, what does that have to do with a baby?
I don't know.
She just wanted to show us stuff. Okay. Actually, Naomi got hers first, but I feel like I need to give Maddie a point because who in the world? I don't even have pacifiers in my house and I have a child.
Because I
I've
never
got
had one
one.
as a child and I really wanted to try one out. That's how we got them.
You're so
Yes.
weird. Okay. Now I want you to get something that makes you think of royalty. Go.
Royalty. Oh. Something royal. A crown. Is there a crown anywhere? Oh. I can't find anything royal. I can't find anything royal.
What is that,
Like
Naomi?
gold. It's a gold
Oh.
necklace.
Oh, I can look at a necklace, which is royalty.
What did you find, Maddie?
Yes.
It's a coin from Denmark.
In
I think they have kings and queens there.
Yes, they do.
Actually, no, this is a good one because, royal, you think of a lot of
something
money.
royalty. There, that's royalty.
Oh, it is. It's a nice neck. Oh, yeah, good job,
Yes, it
Constance.
is. Royalty.
Okay,
The necklace.
Naomi
and
was-
I have a necklace.
I think Naomi was the fastest again.
She's always the
All
first.
right. I know. But it's hard. I want to give points to more people because you guys are really creative.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one I want you to go find is something that makes you think of knowledge.
Knowledge. I know.
Oh, that was so close. Okay, I'm gonna give one to Maddie and Naomi.
Oh,
Up and down. Bible.
Yay!
I love that, Constance.
The Bible.
That's so clever. The Bible. I love it. Okay. Find something that you would give to a guest in your home. Go. Something you would give to a guest.
In my home.
What is that?
it's food. I'd give him food.
Oh, that's actually good.
Give it.
Let me give him food.
Earplugs and a mask.
Because my mom snores, so be careful.
A speaker.
A speaker. Oh, in the case they want to have a dance party. That's very kind of you.
Yeah.
Okay. The last one.
What it be?
This could make or break the game. The last one. Find something that smells good. Go.
Smells good.
Me, I smell good. I just had a shower.
Yeah.
Go find something real.
I had a shower, so I think that
No.
smells good.
Get up. Go. Find something.
Lip balm.
Yay!
Smells good.
What does it smell like?
Watermelon. Well,
that's-
watermelon. It's not actual watermelon.
Okay.
My deodorant would smell good.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Guys, we had a tie. Maddie and Naomi tied the game. I actually thought Naomi was just going to win, but
Yeah, I thought she won.
congratulations. Congratulations. Okay. So I had you find all these things because I wanted to think about gifts. We're going to start talking about the Epiphany and gifts we bring to Jesus.
Mhm.
That's why I had you like find something for a baby because Jesus came to us as a baby. Like find something
Royalty.
royalty, yeah, knowledge, something about smelling good because that's one of the things that the
Gold
wise men brought.
Okay.
Say it, Constance.
Gold, frankincense, and myrrh for Jesus. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yes, and one of those
Good.
was
That smells good.
yep. Yeah, they did. They brought an incense. Okay, so talk about these wise men. We can call them different things. Like some translations in the Bible say wise men, some say magi. I don't know. Some people say kings, like we three kings. Have you heard that before? Yeah. Okay. So you can call them whatever you feel comfortable with. What have you most likely heard?
Three kings.
Kings? You called them kings? Yeah.
It's actually quite funny, but in French, we say the three magi kings. It's like it's a
Ooh.
combination of the two.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
We
What's
don't,
the
yeah,
word?
I just thought of that. In English, it's either the magi's or the magi, the three
Yeah.
kings or the three wise men. But in French, we
Yeah.
say the three magi kings, les rois mages.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is really cool. Oh, fascinating. Well, I mean, that's cool how language teaches us so much, right? Because they definitely translated it from Greek to French, and so you got a more, a very authentic translation. Pretty cool. Okay, so interestingly enough, the Magi are only mentioned in one book of the Bible. So I think this is so wild. So do you know there's 4 books that kind of tell us the story of Jesus's life?
Mhm.
And now all of you have been confirmed. So what are the first 4 books of the New Testament?
Revelations.
Girl.
Matthew, Mark,
That's the
Luke,
last-
and John.
Yeah. in the New Testament, there's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. That's Gospel.
I know
That
the
is-
song. I know
You
the
know-
song.
What I love about Maddie is that it's just like her homework. You know, she starts with the end.
Isn't it? Isn't Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John the Revelations? Isn't that what it's called?
The gospel.
Gospels.
Oh, okay.
No, it's
But
fine.
it is, they're revealing a lot of things.
That's what I meant.
Are.
You see?
Okay.
I
And
knew it.
Revelation is a prophecy.
Yeah, they are having
Revelation.
revelations. Okay, so Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. In those books, we hear a lot of repetition, right? Like all 4 books are going to talk about how Jesus was born. All 4 are going to tell a story of how Jesus died. They do it a little different ways, but we get similar stories in all books. Okay, except the only one who talks about these magi is the book of Matthew. Isn't that interesting? I think it is. Okay, so we can call them magi, wise men, or what's the French word?
Fromage.
Fromage.
Roi,
How did it-
not fromage, not fromage.
That's cheese. Okay.
Roi is king.
Roi.
Roi. It's a hard word to say
Roi.
actually. Roi.
Roi.
Roi. And mage for magic.
Fromage. Fromage.
Yeah, it
Fromage.
sounds like
Okay.
fromage actually, but
It does. Fromage. Okay. Well, my Dutch is coming along. French, forget about it. Okay. Fromage. Maybe I'll call him that for this lesson. Fromage. This is my new knowledge.
your accent is really good actually.
Oh my God.
No, because it's not easy to say.
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
I've been learning all these. The Dutch uses, so I've had a lot of practice with weird sounds. Okay, fromage. Okay, so we see these guys in a nativity set, but which I brought my son's nativity set. I'm gonna put it together so we can play. Do you guys have a nativity set in your house?
Yes.
I
or
think I
that-
do have a nativity set, but I didn't put it up this year. I couldn't be bothered.
Because you couldn't be bothered. Well, you were out of town, right? So
Yeah.
did you guys wait to put baby Jesus in your creche or your crib, whatever you call it,
Yeah.
until you waited until Christmas?
Yeah.
We did.
I'm so impressed with you guys. You're very
You know what's so
smart.
funny? How unfaithful my mum was with me. She like 3 days after Christmas, or 3 or 4 days after Christmas. No, actually, it was, yeah, whatever. She said, "Oh, did somebody take Jesus out of the closet? Not out of the closet, but out of the drawer, because I usually leave it in."
Oh yeah.
Leave him in the drawer. And I said, well, yeah, duh, of course I did. Nobody else would have thought about it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, so we don't put Jesus in until Christmas Day because that's when he's born. And it sounds like you guys are just really picking up this tradition, and I'm so impressed. Unless your family always did that, and then I'm even more impressed because mine didn't. But
Oh, really?
yeah, we never did that growing up, but I love it. Like I love anticipating getting to put Jesus in. So much so that my child has misplaced baby Jesus. So you don't see him sitting there. We're gonna pretend actually here he is. That's Jesus. It's actually a rubber stamp.
It's a
but-
black baby Jesus.
yeah, exactly. He was from the Middle East. I mean, he probably was black, so it's fine.
Yeah. Like we were. Mm.
Okay, so there's Jesus. So then had this Advent where we're kind of setting up our nativity, and then on Christmas, Jesus comes. So here's Jesus. We've got 12 days that we get to celebrate Jesus. I celebrate him all year, and I know you do too, but 12 days we're celebrating Christmas and his birth. Okay, then on the Epiphany, we celebrate these dudes coming on in. I only have 2 of them. Usually we see 3 in a nativity set. Again, I don't know if it's because my child lost them or if it's because this creche only came with 2 because I bought it secondhand. I don't know. Okay, so I want us to think about what in the world even is a magi or a homage. What is a homage?
Homage to the three kings,
Okay, so Constance says it's a king.
the three magi kings.
Mm-hmm. Like what would have been their job? Like their occupation?
Their occupation is that they'll give the gifts to Jesus when he's born. That's their occupation.
I mean, I think that's how they got famous for sure.
Yeah.
But what
And their job is also to know when Jesus is born.
definitely I agree with that for sure.
So then they can announce people. But you know
Oh, you
who
think
knew about Jesus' birth? King Herod,
yes.
the
Constance, you're really
emperor.
good at this story. Yeah. Okay. So King Herod did know about Jesus's birth, but these guys, I want you to look. Do you see how they're kind of dressed?
Mm.
This is a artistic interpretation. So you see a lot of crash sets that have them dressed like this. They look
It'll
quite
be
royal,
the
don't they?
priests. It'll be the priests.
Yeah, they do kind of look priestly. They also, to me, look kind of royal.
Yeah.
Someone in the younger group said they look wait, was it Antoine? What did Antoine say about them? The way they look.
He said a lot of things.
That's okay. But I wanted you to think about their job. What would their occupation have been? Kind of like the disciples, they were fishermen before they got pulled into Jesus's life. Like, what were these guys doing before they went to give gifts to God?
Do we know? Was this like what we think?
It's kind of what we think. So you can't really get it wrong because it's all speculation.
Okay.
What would they do when they give gifts to get gifts?
Yeah, like
gifts to Jesus. Yeah.
like what would their job been? Like, how did they get selected to be the people that bring all these gifts to Jesus?
I think it was King Herod who selected the people.
What are they shepherds?
Shepherds in the I mean, yeah, there's shepherds in the
Yeah.
creche, but these guys are a little bit different.
Yeah.
I think it might have been King Herod who chose the ones to give the presents.
So I'm actually going to give you a passage because Constance is so brilliant. Connie, I'm going to let you read this passage. I'm going to take the. Oops, that's okay. Did it go through?
Yeah.
After
Constance, can you read that?
Yeah, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea, during the time of King Herod, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem, and Jerusalem second, and asked, "Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw the star when it rose and have come to worship him."
Okay, so Constance already knows King Herod's got something to do with this. So it sounds like from this part of Matthew, and by the way, all of this talk about the Magi is in the second chapter of Matthew. So these guys actually came to Herod and said, "Hey, where is the king of the Jews? He was just born. Where is he?" And then I just put in another quote. What did they say? Maddie?
We saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him.
Okay, so they noticed a star. So that makes me wonder what could have been their occupation, that they're just like looking at stars.
Maybe they were like, oh, how do you say it in English?
Say it in French.
As astrologists?
Yeah,
Astrologers?
astronomers. Yeah,
Astronomers.
it's a
Actually,
it's a
that's
Latin word,
really.
so it's close.
I wonder if I haven't read something about that.
You probably have.
Maybe they were like
You probably have.
maybe they're like artists or philosophers, and they were just like contemplating life, and then they saw the star and it became reality.
Yeah, now that you say that, Matt, it seems pretty. It makes sense.
It makes sense to me too, especially because if I'm thinking about like what is a magi, we have this word that we haven't really heard of. So this might be helpful and it might not. The Greek translation is magos. Oops. The Latin is magos. Oops, not magos.
Magos.
So I put this in the chat. So those are all very similar, but interesting about the Latin is magos. That's where we get the same root word of like magic or magician, stuff like that. So I'm wondering, like, were they seen as like these powerful people?
Oh yeah.
It makes me wonder. Were these like really powerful people coming to see God, coming to see Jesus being born? But the star definitely makes me think that they, and a lot of biblical scholars will agree that they were probably having something to do with science, astronomy, maybe. I don't know why we usually draw them to be so colorful. I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of scientists, but they usually don't dress like this. I don't know.
Maybe the colors, I mean, the interpretation, in the art world is probably just, to show that they had a lot of money or that they were kings, that,
yeah,
it was.
So that's the other thought. They could have been working for royals, right?
Yeah.
Especially, I really love knowing that about the French word.
I'm actually, I was thinking again of what you said that, they're only quoted in Matthew. And I'm actually looking at all the images of a crib that I have at home or a nativity, and there's no, the kings don't appear in my.
Okay.
They're not there. It probably just because of the art things that I have, and there wasn't enough room or enough space. But I find it quite interesting that they only quoted in Matthew and that they don't appear in some visuals. So
yeah, actually, I can go grab another one. I have another example. Let me. Because I have a few other ones from my child. This is what happens when you have a kid. You get all these toys. Or maybe I should say it's what happens when you're a minister and you have a kid, is you buy them all this crazy stuff.
Yeah, being a minister and having a kid, that's kind of funny.
It is kind of funny. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
These are also ones that I had to put together. Because I have a crash set that's like felt where he can play with these on.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I had to put these together, all their little sets. And that one's missing his robe. But isn't it interesting that they're so bright and colorful, which would signify royalty, right? Like even in the British royalty, they have to, like the most senior members would wear. Yeah, so I don't know. So maybe they were sorcerers, maybe they were magicians, maybe they were scientists. Yeah, could be any. Okay, so we read a first part. I'm going to have another part. We're going to skip a little bit because tonight I just want us to get like a intro into this, and then in the next 3 weeks we're going to talk a little bit more about these gifts and why are these guys who were only mentioned in one book of the Bible, they get such a big shout out in our Christian calendar. So, Naomi, will you read this passage? You don't have to read the numbers, these are just the verses.
Oh, you're on mute.
Thank you. After they had heard the king, they went on their way, and the star they had seen when it rose went ahead of them until it stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were overjoyed. On coming to the house, they saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshipped him. Then they opened their treasures and presented him with gifts of gold, frankincense, of myrrh. And having been warned in a dream not to go back to Herod, they returned to their country by another route.
Okay. So they hear the king, they head on their way, they see a star. Antoine made a really good point. I don't know how he knew this. He knew this before he read this, which is wild.
Yeah.
But the star was moving. Isn't that incredible? So what kind of a star moves? Think about stars. What kind of star would move?
A shooting star?
Yeah, it could be.
It's really fast though.
Yeah. Antoine said maybe it's a comet.
A comet! Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's like moving slowly, and it really could have been. I think that's part of the beauty of the stories we find in the Bible is because it's so significant. Like so many little pieces can be so significant and relevant today. So like, it's an absolute miracle that these guys made it at all to Jesus. But they're following a star. Like I can't get to the grocery store without my Google Maps. And they followed a star to Jesus. That's amazing. But I think God will put things in your path to get you where God needs you to go. And I think it's just a miracle. Like it's absolutely a miracle that they were able to find Jesus from a star. And we're going to talk a lot more about the star in 2 weeks, but that's okay. So we'll go on. I wanted to ask a few questions before we wrap up. So why in the world were they even coming to see Jesus? I'll accept a few different answers for this.
Yeah.
Why
that's
would they
very
even?
hard question.
Yeah. Well, there's a few different things you could say. So,
But like, how did they know exactly where the star wanted them to be? Like, precisely.
yeah, honestly, I have no earthly idea, and I think maybe that's part of the magic of it to me. Like that's part of the miracle is I have no idea. Like I said, I need Google Maps to get anywhere, but like these guys followed a star to Jesus. So part of it I think is probably accurate. They literally followed a star, and it's an absolute miracle that worked for them.
It's part of the mystery.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so why did these guys come to Jesus?
They came to Jesus because they were important to him.
You think they were
Because
important to
God
Jesus?
chose that they were
Ooh.
important for Jesus.
I like that answer, Connie. I actually agree with you. I do think God found them important, and I think that's why we find it in our
And
Bibles.
also King Herod found them important. He had God's help to choose them.
Well, they came to King Herod, right? They went to King Herod and were like, hey, this baby's been born. How do we get to him? But what else did they say in the first verse that Constance read? I'll post it again. Oops.
The Magi from the east came to Jerusalem.
But maybe they wanted to see the King of the Jews. And like
Yes.
beginning.
And what? Yes.
And worship him.
Yeah. That's they wanted to go see Jesus and worship him. So when my son was born, people did want to come see him.
Did they want
They
to
did
worship
not
him
want.
too?
They did not. They did not. I thought he was really great, but they did not want to worship him. So this is still a big deal, right? It's not weird that people would want to come see the new baby. It is amazing that they wanted to come from far away. It took them so long to get there, and that they wanted to worship him. That is very significant. It's very different than people bringing over diapers to my house when my son was born, and these men want to come to worship him. Okay, here's another fun thing to contemplate, because I don't know the answer. How many were there?
3.
Why do you say 3?
Oh, like the Holy Trinity.
Oh, yeah.
You are so
we don't
clever.
actually
Okay,
know
why do you say that, Naomi?
because it never actually says how many there were.
Oh.
We just assumed there were like 3 because that's a good number for a group of people.
Okay,
But there could have been.
so both, yeah. What is
what?
happening to you, Naomi? Okay, so Naomi's right. We actually don't know how many there were. It's not in the scriptures, but it could have been 3. And sometimes people say 3 because there were 3 gifts. And I think, I have no idea how many, but I think there's probably a reason we have 3 gifts in there. It could have been like me. I only have 2 guys that brought like 3 gifts. It could have been. There could have been 12 of them. Hey, these 3 are from all of us now. I don't know. But the interesting thing, like Maddie said about the 3 is what?
The Holy Trinity?
The Holy Trinity, right? So where else do you see 3 in the Bible too? We see 3 gifts, we see the Holy Trinity. What else do you see? 3.
On the 3rd day he rose again. Isn't there something about his resurrection?
Somebody just got confirmed. Yes. So even
I
if
thought,
e-
sorry,
go ahead.
I thought of another 3, the 3 patriarchs, Abram, Isaac, and Jacob.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
All
Yeah,
then
from
called
the Old
Israel.
Testament.
But
Yeah,
but
from the
yeah.
Old Testament, the tribes. Oh, that's a good one. You guys are so smart. Okay, so numbers have a big to do in the Bible. They're very symbolic. And so I don't know how many magi there were. I do think there's a symbolism in the number of gifts, though. And we see that a lot. Like we see a symbol of 40 days and 40 nights. We see that a lot in the Bible. We see a pattern of 12, like there's 12 disciples. Like that happens a lot. We see a pattern of 7. That's a holy and perfect number. So there's certain numbers are significant. But definitely I think there's a reason that we had 3 gifts. Okay, here's a question. We talked a lot about these guys that we think we know a lot about, but then when you start to think about it, you're like, maybe we don't. So I want to think, what do you think you have in common with these magi?
What do we have in common?
Yeah, what's something you could have in common with him?
The beard.
Yes.
um,
We all want to see Jesus.
We do want to see Jesus.
I do, yeah.
I love that.
The worship.
Yeah. We all want to worship Jesus. That's good. Naomi, what do you have in common with the Magi?
I'm smart. But
You're
not
smart.
as smart as them.
As what?
Not as smart as them, but smart.
Be an astronomer, but I don't know how smart they were. I don't even know if they were good astronomers. They might have been great astronomers, or they might have just been faithful astronomers.
I want to say that if they felt like they needed to bring gifts, I would say that I have in common with them, that I like giving gifts.
Oh, that's a good one. Constance, what do you have in common with them? I love that.
Have common in what?
With
the
the
kings.
wise men, the kings.
Oh, the wise man.
What I have in common is that they're important people.
And you are important, yeah.
Is that yeah.
That's good. You
yeah.
are very, very important. You're here for a reason. I like that
I'm
one.
here to worship God and do God and do God's work and do active things in life and stuff like that.
This one
And
might be a
also
little bit
there
easier.
To walk my dog, go out of the house every morning, go
Yeah.
to school, and also in the weekend chill at home or go out for walks with my dog, and also go to church on Sunday to see everybody.
Perfect. Okay. What differences do you see in yourself and these men?
What difference I see in these men?
No, differences between you and these Magi.
The beard, once again. I don't have that.
The beard. I'm having too much fun with them.
They were both important in a way, and different.
But you know what? Talk about their beards. So maybe they shaved, Maddie. You might have that in common.
You might need to do that
That's
later on when you're older.
Yeah.
That's true.
We don't get beards because we're girls. Only men who get beards.
Well, I definitely do not know how to follow a star. I mean, maybe if a miracle happens, but like, I guess I get. Oh, actually, that's silly. I shouldn't have said that, because
you know how to follow a star.
Well, I mean, maybe we all have a star in our hearts, you know, that made us follow Jesus or something. I don't know. I mean, no, but definitely I don't have any magical power or anything. So
yeah. I was thinking, I don't know. I don't think I've ever given anyone gold before.
Oh yeah.
I haven't either.
Oh, haven't you ever like, does your son have a medal or anything? A golden medal? I don't know. Was he baptized?
Yeah. He has a candle.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, sometimes, you know, when you get baptized, you get a gift or.
Yeah, he got, but I didn't give it. I mean, he got some like a nice silver plate, but I didn't give it to him. Someone else did. He's spoiled. Okay. So we still have a lot to learn about these guys and a lot to explore, but I think it's kind of interesting because I don't think we talk about them enough or in enough detail.
I agree.
We need to talk about our highs and lows of the week, or if you want, you can include the whole holiday break in your highs and lows.
Yeah.
Constance, you want to go first?
Yeah, my low was before the Christmas holiday started. I missed one Zoom meeting because I was feeling under the weather and I was quite ill and I had a bad headache and a big cold.
We missed you. And then what's your high?
And my high is had a nice Christmas Eve and Christmas Day at home And I went to church on Christmas Eve, and it was a nice service because I saw people I recognise, Anisha, Alice, just people I know.
That's awesome.
Just acquaintances in church, and also had a nice holiday in England.
Yeah, you had a
Yeah.
lot of good highs. That's awesome. Okay, Naomi.
And my low is that I'm
Oh.
not very happy to go back to work and stuff.
Girl, I
Or
know it.
holidays.
It's so hard. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Naomi.
My high, probably seeing my friends again. I also enjoyed my trip to Strasbourg, and Christmas in general. And my low is that tomorrow I have 3 tests,
Oh, geez.
and yeah.
For you, hope you don't struggle in them. Hope you won't fail them.
Okay. Joe, high and low.
Oh, I would say that my high definitely was to spend Christmas with my family, although everybody was sick. And also New Year's with my really good friends, and that my best friend is pregnant again, so I'm really happy for her. And my low is that my parents and my grandparents have been so sick that I'm just hoping that they're going to be okay. And also my brother-in-law's parents have got the flu, and his mother just got out of hospital. She was actually under oxygen because it was so bad. So I hope they're all gonna get better. So yeah, that was a bit the low of the holiday, and that everybody got sick, and that there is a big wave of flu and COVID and bronchitis all around, and that everybody gets sick. So please be careful, everybody. It's quite
definitely.
intense. It's quite intense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very sickly time. Maddie.
My high is that I had really fun holidays, and like this week back hasn't been too bad because we had a day off, which was really nice. And my low, it's not as bad as like Joe's low, but like tomorrow I have like this prom type of thing, and nothing's like, none of my outfit I like. I don't really want to go anymore now. But it's like still a good low because it's gonna be fun. So it's not that bad of a low.
Would you
Wait,
like
do you
to
have
come in?
like a promenade in France?
Do you call it the full word is a promenade?
That's the
That's the full word. That's the full word, but we just call it a prom.
I never knew
Is
that it
it?
was
I didn't either.
promenade.
Is
The promenade, isn't that French?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is, but I never realized that it was a whole. I thought it was short for promotion or.
Same, yeah.
Mm-mm. No, it's
So
for the
is it
promenade.
to
What's
do-
promenade mean?
Like a little walk, like a proper. Well, it's more like a proper walk, like in.
Like, so the prom that teenagers go to in the U.S. is short for promenade.
Didn't know that.
Maddie,
You know, Americans are strange, but yeah.
No,
Maddie?
I mean it sounded French, so it seemed fancy, didn't it?
Yeah. Well,
Alright.
I'm basically speaking French now.
Well, Maddie, I'd be
Exactly.
very happy to share my wardrobe with you if you don't have anything to wear.
Oh, it's tomorrow night.
Is it to do
I'm not
with
working
school?
tomorrow, so
Oh
Maddie,
no, I'll
is
be
it
fine.
to
Thanks.
do
But
with-
thank you for proposing. Well, for offering.
Is it to do with school, the prom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm
thought
glad
it
you have
was.
nice
It's
holiday
funny
with your
because
family in
prom.
England.
I thought prom was later.
No, it's like a
In the
New
year.
Year's type of thing. I'm not really sure why we're doing this. I think it's just for fun. It's not like an actual prom.
I didn't know that did the prom.
Oh, it's because they're in the like the kind of lycée international and international school thing.
Oh yeah.
Because
Okay.
I remember having mine too at your school, Maddie, when I was at your school. So
Oh, okay.
it was the worst night
Um,
of my life. It was horrible.
You see, I'm already not really willing to go, but you're not making it sound any better.
No, it's just that, but the guy that invited me was like he did a no-show and he didn't take me, and it was horrible. It was terrible. It was horrible. It was,
Oh, that's
and
so bad.
and then my best friend told me that he was in love with me, and oh, such drama, you know. And I
Oh
was
my
like, but you're
gosh.
my best friend, and oh, anyway, so
Oh geez. Okay. Well, my high. So when I was always growing up, we would have people over to our house, like for like snacks and things on Christmas Eve. And so I decided this year I'm bringing it back. And so I had all my friends over on Christmas Eve for snacks, and we thought they would stay a few hours, and of course they stayed till midnight because it was so fun. It was so much fun. So I really enjoyed that. That was definitely my high. And my low, I needed my child to be in preschool this week so I could get some work done, but he had an extended holiday.
Oh,
We failed at potty training, 2 lows.
and you want to know what Joy did? She took her son to preschool thinking it was back to school week, but it wasn't. So she got school and everything was shut.
oh my gosh, no.
No, but I was on the bike, so I had him on the bike, and when we pulled up, and I just like kept riding, so that he thought we were on a bike ride. I didn't tell him like, oh, sorry, kid.
Oh no.
Oh, anyways, all right. Why don't I pray for you? Let's bow our heads. Almighty God, thank you so much for bringing us back together after our relaxing holiday break. It's so good to see our friends again and to get back into a routine, even though it's hard. It's hard to get back to work. It's hard to get back to tests and stress and all those things. With the bad comes the good. And we're really grateful that we get to see each other again. So we're grateful to come back to our youth sessions and to learn more about you, to learn more about your word, to learn more about the messages you have for us in the Bible, to learn how do they apply to us today. We just have a lot of questions. And so we pray that you'll keep opening our minds and opening our hearts that we can learn more about you and honor you fully. In your name we pray, amen.
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 Oh, by the way, I meant to ask Joy, do you have this tradition or is it just a French tradition? It's called, we call it the king's cake, or it's called the king's galette. Yeah. Do you get that in the US or in the Netherlands?
Actually, this should not be surprising to you. It's very popular in New Orleans, which is like they have like French Quarter, so it's a heavy French influence. So it's very big there.
And so and you get the hidden little
the baby.
Oh yeah, it should be the baby, or I don't know if it should be a baby.
I thought it was meant to be like a bean, like an uncooked bean.
Because it's like you might be right, Maddie.
Do you do this for Mardi Gras? Do you do
Mardi Gras is different.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, the king's cake. Yeah. That's very
okay. Okay, so you do have it in the US.
Yeah, but
it's very big here in France.
It's not big where I grew up. It's mainly big in New Orleans, where they have a big French influence.
And basically the one that finds the baby or the little item becomes the king and gives and chooses his queen, or the queen chooses her king.
Oh, so wait, you guys didn't have a baby in your cake?
No, I mean,
is that weird?
They put whatever they want in it. I mean, my granddad got it the other day, and it was a horse. Like, it was a tiny little horse figurine, you know,
Yeah.
a porcelain. It's usually porcelain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I actually didn't realize it was a French tradition until
Oh,
you
it
said
is.
it.
It's
And then I
huge.
thought New Orleans is French influence.
I've already eaten at least 3 times this week, and it's not even Epiphany.
Lucky you.
I know, it's
You're
it's
just getting in the
like, it's
spirit.
crazy.
In the spirit. All right. Well, you guys have a lovely week, and I'll see you next Thursday.
Yeah.
And I'll see you on Sunday, guys, for family service.
Yeah.
And the hot
And
dogs
galettes.
and the galettes and the king's cake.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye. Good night.